I had recently posted on Facebook a picture of me wearing a shirt that I had worn for several days and said, today when my husband got home from work, he asked me, hey, is that day 2 of that shirt? And I said, no, maybe 3 or 4. And I basically expounded to say that this particular day, instead of wearing a clean shirt, I had been in the kitchen making dinner. Instead of my nails being done, I had tidied the living room. Different things about my vanity. My makeup maybe wasn't done, but our daily devotions were. And that it's not the worst thing in the world if your vanity doesn't take priority. The world won't fall apart. And the number of people who got offended in the comments honestly surprised me. There was somebody who had commented and said, to say that doing makeup is vain is just whatever. You don't even know that could be part of somebody's self care and, something that's really important to them to have done and all of these things. And I thought it was intriguing because, first and foremost, I never even said anything negative about vanity in the post. I just simply said that vanity doesn't always have to be your priority. They took that as, being vain, which could be sinful if you're taking it to a prideful level. But I don't think there's anything wrong in taking pride in our appearance or, helping somebody feel comfortable around us, right? People were mad about basic hygiene and accusing me of not showering for 4 days. I shower every other day, just for the record. My husband is very happy to watch children. People were dogging on my husband in that post, saying, oh my gosh, if he should be coming home being like, wow, you look like you need a shower. Why don't you go do that? I'll take care of the kids. And I mean, my husband's great. Anytime I'm like, hey, I feel like I need a shower, he says okay and makes it happen. It wasn't always that way. I remember we had to shift to that where there was one day I said, I really feel like I need to shower. And he said, well, didn't you shower yesterday? It's like, so what? I deserve a shower every single day if that's what I decide that I need. Like, just plan on me showering every day. And if I happen to not, then great. Um, but I do think that it's interesting because in St. Thomas Aquinas's Lenten Meditations today, he said that man's sin consists in this, that he so cleaves to bodily goods that he neglects what is good spiritually. Which is exactly what I was getting at in that post, right? That some days my makeup's not going to be done, my hair's not going to be perfect, I'm not going to be wearing a stylish outfit or whatever it might be because I'm focusing on what is spiritually good and I'm going to a certain degree, neglect my bodily good. And I think that there is a balance that comes into play there. Obviously, I think about Jesus and his emotional state and how time and time again in the Gospels, when we read about him, he, went off to be by himself in the mountains to pray. He went off to be by himself. It wasn't necessarily that he had to always be on his A game. He didn't always have to be in the public eye. He didn't always have to be doing this very in the box thing that everybody had been talking about. When in the world of homemaking on social media, the idea that you're supposed to have your makeup done, wearing a pretty dress for your husband as he walks through the door, and this idyllic lifestyle of what it means to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife. I just think it can do such a major disservice to what's actually important. It's far more important for, to us that things are tidied or that the dinner is ready on time so that when he's home and hungry, it's ready. I think he would much prefer that to me being all dressed up and fancy on, if it has to be one or the other, if there's a lack of resources for the day or lack of time, whatever it may be. But the fact that people got so upset over that video, it kind of shows me that whoever was commenting that on that video is prioritizing their bodily good consistently and perhaps neglecting what would be good spiritually. Because unfortunately, if you can't acknowledge that it may be good to not be able to, get up and do what it is that you need to do in the mornings. Hey, who's at my door?
I heard you talk and I couldn't sleep.
Oh.
So that's why I got up and then walked out and came out. Do you know how I opened up the door?
Yeah, did you stick your little fingers in there?
Yeah, and then I pushed the door and it opened.
Yeah, good job. Would you like to go downstairs with Dad?
No, I want to stay here with you for a little bit longer.
Do you want to come sit on my lap?
No, I want to play with this game.
Well, honey,
I also bought these.
I have to finish.
But it won't be real loud.
Such as right now. My 3-year-old just woke up and came into my office, and the spiritual good is to come and spend time with her and do this little puzzle that she wants to do in my office. Whereas my bodily good feels like I want to continue this podcast in silence and, send her down to spend time with her dad. But she says she wants to spend time in here. So what do you think, honey? Should I come do the puzzle with you? She nodded her head yes. So that's the spiritual good for right this moment. And, I think that that's Christ's example too. He says, let the children come. And so I guess that's what we're doing this morning. Miss Juliet wants to share the story of Jesus with you this morning. Hey, go ahead.
Once upon a time, there's a little girl named Mommy Mary. And Mommy Mary got birth to Jesus. And then Daddy Joseph came, and then Daddy Joseph saw the baby birth by baby Jesus. And now the end.
Beautiful.
I'm going to turn it off.
Okay, thanks, Juliet. And say have a good day.
Have a good day.